created by just instant creation, but somehow you grow, and as you grow, and that is creation, you are being created as you grow every day to become the image that you are meant to be. Maybe that is the case. In fact, that is the situation. That's what happens, isn't it? You grow, you adapt to so many things, and you become the image that you are. So in the perfection of what God has said in Genesis 1, 2, 3 of his creation, that it was good. This is it. All the intended things that is meant to be, that we grow in the midst of it to become the images that we become. Whether you become a farmer, whether you become a criminal, whatever, it's all meant to be there. They were all there. God made those instances to be there and mold us according to how he wants to mold us. So why, in some way, it is also presented that God, Jehovah, to say that, hey, I created the sick, I created the healthy one, I created the one who is meant to destroy and punish other people, and others who is not meant to punish and destroy other people, but to help and give hand to other people, charitable means. God made all those things. He made the cripple. He made the one who has got straight hands. So he made all these differences that we have in our life that we keep criticizing and having issue with. So why the complaints? That is who God is. So God is not necessarily entirely the descriptions that we give. There are limitations. There are bad things that we don't like of each other. Some of the things we don't like, but we don't, we make not to like certain things and to like some things. God gave us all those situations that we are in, whatever our nature looks like. And so if you look into the book, and we are having or being taught things to make us realize that we are meant to train ourselves to love everything, then we are somehow rejecting the wishes of God. God wants us not to like everything, but to like some things and not to like something. That's how he wants things to be. He made things to be that way. Why would he then, wants us to be another way, like being straightforward and dropping away the things that we will consider as not good or not something that we like? He wants us to have those things too. He doesn't want us to think that we need all those things, but we can deal with that. But if we want to say that is not it, then we must adjust ourselves to the fact that that is not it. Then what is it then? What is it? The very thing that it is God. Is God who we claim or say it is? Have we defined him straightforward, who he really is? And are we following through to his wishes and what he wants us to do? So we'll figure out as we go on. He tells about his dream 37, 38, the sons of Judah. That's where Joseph's brothers, after they've sold him, they were engaging in marriages, having family and all that. In some way, the storyline tells you that from 38 verse 9 it says, but Onan knew that the hair would not be his. And it came to pass when he went into his brother's wife that he emitted on the ground, lest he should give an heir to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, therefore he killed him also. This is one of the sons, the daughter-in-laws, having a problem because the son of one of the children of what I think it was the sons of Jacob or something like that, or had to end up marrying a girl that the man that he dies. As a result, that and then his brother, a younger brother, has to be given to the wife to marry her, because if I marry somebody and that person and I die, the wife that I have had to marry a brother of mine to keep my tradition. I mean, how is it? But that's how they believe. You have to keep the tradition, keep the brother's wife alive by giving him his brother to marry. He married that brother and the brother can marry his own wife as well. But somebody from the family had to marry the woman and not to leave her to be a widow. You have to marry her, give her a child to keep the family, to keep the is it the family or their brother intact and alive. I don't know how it works, but that's what they were doing. When we read the story, it tells you that the woman, because the brother know that if he gave birth with a woman as his brother's wife, the child will be his brother's child. And so if his brother is going to get that child, the brother is dead, then he will emit on the ground. That is, his sperm will not go into the woman. He sort of put the sperm outside on the floor or something instead of letting it enter the woman. So the woman cannot have a child for his brother, but because he wants to have the child to be his. And because he did that, God was angry. Now, in this sense, it becomes wrong for people to, people who normally masturbate and do all those things. It's wrong because you're masturbating, you are doing it. But in this instance, it is specifically showing that the intention was to what? Have a child with a child for your brother, because the woman that's the tradition. So whatever a man invents or implements, God says is okay. The line of Jacob in the dawn, God, what was okay with the Lord or the worship of the God. I don't know if God told them that it was wrong, but he felt that they think that God somehow rejected the idea that it's wrong for this guy to do that. So in that sense, he killed the guy for emitting the sperm out like that, and didn't allow the woman to have a child or that kind of thing. So the guy was killed. Then Judah said to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, "Remain in window in your father's house till my son Shelah is grown." For he said, lest he also die like his brother. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. He wants to give him another brother, but you have to wait him to grow for somehow. But the promise that he gave, now he feared. Judah, the girl had to wait for a long time, and the promise that he told him, Judah did not follow through to let the girl have another son of his to marry her. And I think she plotted some way to sit somewhere like a prostitute or something, in order for, when he saw where Judah normally passes to go somewhere, he sat there and waited for Judah to come. And Judah sort of didn't see his face because he covered his face or something. And Judah ended up sleeping. Sleeping with a harlot. He saw a harlot on the street. Now, a harlot is in some way fornication. So Judah, the son of Jacob, has fornicated or has gone to sleep with a harlot. And that harlot was even his daughter-in-law, the wife of his own son, his dead son, and his two dead sons that he's meant to have given as a wife to his younger brother, the younger brother who has grown up. And he failed to do that because he feared the child would die. And whatever way, he had to sleep with it. Well, he didn't know. According to the story, he didn't know. He covered the face. Whatever it is, he has slept with his daughter-in-law. And so the girl also deliberately did that. But the idea is, even if it's not your daughter-in-law, why should you see a harlot on the street and you go and sleep with her? Sleeping with a harlot in the same book is something which is not right. Harlotry is wrong for you to see somebody you consider to be a prostitute or a harlot. Why do you sleep with her? So if you have already condemned them to be harlots or whatever, you don't have to go and sleep with them. You understand? That's why it's serious for you to condemn somebody. If you think that that person is so and so for your own good, if you are being caught engaging in that kind of with that person, there's a problem. You become reverends who teach these things, and you realize that they are fornicating with another woman, or even though they've got women, wives, or they are in the harlotry in a hotel, it becomes a problem because they have been standing behind the book and teaching the things there, and so it becomes a problem. Why are you people doing that? and they bring themselves to shame.